guys! Today I'm doing my, not June, oh my gosh, I haven't done one of these in like 3 months. Today I'm doing my August wrap up and my September TBR. I'm going to show you all the books I read in August. It was 4 books. It was better than I've done in the past couple months, so I'm pretty happy about it. I have a lot of books on my TBR, so I guess let's just get into this. The first book that I picked up in August was Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. You guys may or may not know that I read this in like a week while I was in Colorado, and I sobbed like a baby, and I adored it so much. This is one of my new favorite books of all time. It's just such a beautiful story, and the characters are so real, and I related to it on so many levels, and it's just a very special book to me, and I recommend everyone reads it. Obviously I give it 5 stars. It's about a girl whose dad has cancer and he only has 3 months left to live. So her and her family go to this lake house that they haven't gone to in 5 years, and last time she was there she left things badly with her best friend and her like 12-year-old boyfriend when she was 12, and so it's just like she is scared to go back because the way she left things was not good, and it's just such a heart-wrenching book, and it's so emotional and so incredible though, guys. I can't recommend it enough. It's just like my child. The second book that I picked up in August, also on my vacation. I finished 2 books on one vacation, and usually I don't read anything on my vacation. I felt so accomplished. Tuck Everlasting by Natalie Babbitt. Is my sister coming in the room? I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. It was a reread for me. I read it for the first time when I was like 12 or something, right after I watched the movie, and I loved the movie. But on this trip, I discovered the Tuck Everlasting musical, and I listened to it the whole trip, and I'm obsessed with it, and I actually have a video coming out soon all about Tuck Everlasting. It's like, it's an obsession, guys, like seriously. This book is so small. I read it in like one sitting on the drive home. This is a book about a girl named Winnie Foster who lives with her family who's like very rich, aristocratic type people, and they don't let her roam around or go anywhere like in her woods or anything on their land. It's also about a family named the Tucks. They are basically immortal because they found a spring in the woods of Winnie's yard, and basically if you drink out of the spring then you're immortal. It's about the mom, the dad, and then Miles and Jesse, and how Winnie finds them and has to decide whether she wants to live forever with them or go back to her boring life, I don't know, live a full life. So it's just, it's so good. The story is so good, and the musical, oh, the musical, guys, oh my gosh. Once I got back from vacation, I decided to pick up Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which everyone basically has read, and I finally got around to joining on the bandwagon, and I read it, and I loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I did not go on to read the sequels because I just wasn't really in the mood for it, because this took me a while to read. The last 100 pages were so epic and amazing, and I cannot wait for the movie. I'm sure you all know what this book is about. It's about a boy named Jacob. His grandfather is killed by these creatures that he can see but no one else could see, and so he's confused. There's this history and his photographs, and he goes to like Wales or something. But then it turns out that there's like all these peculiars who are stuck in a loop, and it's like, that made no sense. I'm so sorry, it's hard to describe, but I will link the Amazon or the Goodreads or whatever link down below so you can read the actual synopsis, because it's way better than what I just said. Okay, the final book that I read in August is my new child and love forever. Oh my gosh, there's a cat on my foot. Okay, this book is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Guys, thank you so much for forcing me to read this book, because I have been hearing about it my entire time on BookTube and on Bookstagram. Everyone in the whole world has read it. I had the series, I have like all of Sarah J. Maas's books in hardcover, like I haven't read any of them. And so finally I decided to pick this one up, and I loved it so much. I loved it so much. It's like everything that I love about a fantasy novel, and the writing is so beautiful, and the characters are so good, and like it reminds me so much of the Infernal Devices. Dorian and Kale remind me of Jem and Will, and Selena is literally the queen of the universe. She like, oh my gosh, she's the best character I've ever read. If you haven't read it, please read it, please read it. Again, I'm sure you all know what it's about because it's so popular, but it is about a girl named Selena Sardothian, who is the kingdom's most famous assassin, and she is sent to the palace from being a slave for a year. She basically is in this competition with like 23 of the other most famous thieves or assassins or whatever from the kingdom, and they all have to try and become the king's assassin. I'm sure you've all read it, but if you haven't, you have to. Pick it up, read it, you'll love it. Everyone loves it. It's so good. It's so good, guys. So good. Ah! Okay, so those are the only books that I read in August, but I loved each one of them so incredibly much, and I'm so happy with the books that I did read. So, this month I actually am currently reading The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J Maas. I've heard you're supposed to read this one before or after Throne of Glass, and so I decided to read it after because I actually forgot to read it first. There are 5 novellas. These are just about Selena and Samps. Coco! Come here! Here she is. Say hi. Her name's Coco. Say hi to YouTube. Oh, you're so pretty. Yeah. Okay, bye. This is definitely an essential read if you read the Throne of Glass series and you love it. It's definitely an essential. You have to read it. It's so good. I still have 3 novellas left, but it's really good so far, especially the first one. Actually, the last one too was so good. Like, Sarah J Maas's writing and her characters, I just can't handle the perfection. Okay, and obviously next I plan on reading the rest of the Throne of Glass series, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire, and Queen of Shadows, and I've already pre-ordered Empire of Storms. I'm so excited, guys, because the series is going to be so long and I'm going to have so much ahead of me. I probably won't read all of these this month. I may. I don't know. But this will probably go into October. We'll see. But I'm really excited about it. Another book I would really like to get to in September is Guild Hollow by Lori Langdon. This is Lori Langdon's new book, and it's her first debut novel, I believe. She is one of the co-authors of the Dune series, which is one of my favorite series of all time. I'm obsessed with it. It's like my life, and so I'm super excited about this. I think it's a thriller, contemporary thriller. I'm not really sure, but I got an arc of it, and it comes out this month, like at the end of this month, so I'm really excited. I'm not sure exactly what it's about. I just know it's a thriller, and Lori Langdon wrote it, so I'm gonna read it. Look at that cover, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh. And another book I would really like to get to in September, but I may not. I may read it in October, I'm not sure yet, but it is No Plot, No Problem by Chris Batty. If you did not know, I'm participating in Nanowrimo, which is National Novel Writing Month this year, and I'm so excited because the last 2 years I've really wanted to participate, but I never had like a solid book idea, and right now I'm working on a book and I'm so in love with it, and I'm hoping that in 2 months time I will be ready to write it. Right now I'm just like working on the characters and the plot and the world and everything. It is a fantasy young adult novel, and I'm so I'm so excited about it, and I'm loving it so much, and so I'm really excited to be participating in NaNoWriMo, and I really need to read this book because I got it for Christmas from my brother last year because it was on my wish list, and I really want to read it because I feel like it's going to be super helpful for NaNoWriMo. That is it for this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Let me know what you are reading this month and what you're most excited to be reading this month, or like any anticipated releases in September. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!